Do you really think that you only have to lose 20 pounds to get lean, to get your six pack? I'll have guys come to me all the time saying, yeah, dude, I just really want to lose these 20 pounds. And so I ask them, oh, what will losing those 20 pounds do for you? And they say, well, it'd give me a six pack. And I really have always wanted to have abs. And so I asked him, well, what's your height and weight? Well, I'm 6'2" and I'm about 240 pounds. And I sit there for a second. I think, dang, dude, you think 20 pounds is going to get you a six pack? Maybe even 40 pounds probably won't even get you the six pack. You always have so much more fat to lose than you realize. And most guys never actually pay attention to this, and they learn this the hard way. I even just recently had to learn this the hard way. I went on a bulk this past year. I got up to 190 pounds and I realized, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm pretty big right now. And I'm actually pretty fat right now as well. It's time to go down. It's time to lean back out the other way. And so in my head, I was thinking, okay, yeah, if I just get down to 175, I'm going to be diced. I won't have any love handles. I won't have any back fat. And then you'll actually be able to see the six pack again. Everything around that clavicular will start to lean out. I'll start to look a lot better. You can see more definition, more veins. And when I got to 175 pounds, when I lost those 15 pounds in the first few months, I realized, oh, I am not nearly as lean as I thought. Even with the years of lifting, all the muscle that I've been able to build underneath that fat at the time, I realized that was not even enough to get to the physique that I wanted to get to at a weight that I expected to get there at. So from going from 190 all the way down to 175, I realized, yes, I have a lot more work to do, and this is not going to be as easy as I thought. And so I had to put my foot to the gas. I had to push a little bit harder. I had to start doing more. I had to start eating cleaner. I had to get my steps in. I had to take in more water, focus on my sleep. And I realized that every percentage of body fat that I was coming down, it started to click a bit more. And every percentage, I started to realize and notice a change in my body. So like even right now, I am 167 pounds. Right now, visible six pack. Keep in mind, I have not worked out in a week due to personal reasons and injuries, and I have not worked out consistently in 2 weeks. And I'm not carved up right now. I don't have a whole lot of food in my system. I've just been chugging water for the past few hours. So I am not in a physique right now. I am not in a position right now where I'm just all pumped up and everything looks good and it's just the proper downward lighting and everything. I'm more so in a position of like, hey, this is literally just what I am looking like right now at 167 pounds, and I still have love handles. I still have back fat that I am trying to lose. And I thought that at 175, oh yeah, I'm just going to be absolutely diced. Everything's going to be perfect. No fat. I'm going to maintain my size, maintain my strength pretty well. But no, that's not how this works. A lot of guys will be 30% body fat. 240 pounds, 260 pounds, some of them even close to 200 pounds or even 180 pounds. And they think, oh yeah, these 10 pounds, like, this should be nothing. Or hey, if I lose another 30 pounds, like I should start to see a lot more development there. So that's the trap that most people fall into, is that they assume they are going to hit a certain number on the scale and that's the end all be all. But in reality, your body needs to adapt over time. A lot of guys will start to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds, and they think, oh yeah, I mean, I'm starting to actually get smaller in my t-shirts, and I don't like that because I like filling out my t-shirts. I like feeling big, but they don't like feeling big in the gut. Newsflash for you, you can't just lose and target fat in the gut by eating the proper foods and hitting a certain exercise for this or that. You need to actually lose overall amount of body fat, and you have to lower your body fat percentage. And through that, paying attention to the scale typically helps guide you in the right direction. But just because the scale weight is 20 pounds lower doesn't mean you can visibly see a difference yet. You still have a lot of fat on you. You have a lot more fat on you than you realize, and you have more work to do than you think what you are going to initially put in. But you want to know what's actually crazy though? The fact that the leaner you get, the bigger you actually appear. So being at 167 pounds, a lot of people that I've talked to in the gym, they think, oh yeah, you're probably like 185 or so. It's like, no, especially when I have a pump, when I'm carved up, when they see certain veins popping or certain muscles popping, that definition, that leanness provides an optical illusion to where you look a lot bigger than you actually are. Like, I am not physically taking up a whole bunch of space, but I might appear like I am taking up a whole bunch of space just because of the proportions and how I'm leaned out. And a lot of guys don't realize that. They think, well, I want to fill out these sleeves. My arms look big, but I just want to lose my gut. No, you want to lose fat everywhere, and you are going to lose fat everywhere. But once you hit that breaking point, that tilting point where you just start to get lean, as opposed to just seeing fat and getting like a smaller version of yourself, when you get to that point where you can actually start seeing veins crawling up your arms, you can start to see first the 2-pack, and then the 4-pack, and then the 6-pack. When you get to those points where you can kind of use those as landmarks, like, oh my gosh, that's a new vein. I've never had that before. When you get to those points, you realize, oh my gosh, this actually is way better. This feels better. This looks better. I look way better 23 pounds down compared to what I did 23 pounds up. And I'm keeping a decent amount of strength too. And it's not that you're losing a whole bunch of muscle in the process. You're more so because you're losing fat. Fat takes up way more space than muscle. Like if we take our fingers, let's say this is a pound of fat right here. This is how much space a pound of muscle could be taking up compared to a pound of fat. So that way you have a proportion. You realize the muscle is a lot more dense and it's not taking up nearly as much space, but you don't get to reveal that muscle until you've actually leaned out and lost that fat. If you're above 15% body fat, there's absolutely no point in trying to bulk up and trying to get bigger, because that's not serving you. All that extra fat, all that extra mass, not serving you whatsoever. You want to look good. You want to turn heads at the beach. You want to have that athletic body, that lean body that you might have had when you played sports when you were younger, or that you see from other guys on the beach. Lose the fat first. Focus on losing the fat. Compound movements in the gym. Spend time actually getting activity in throughout the day. Play basketball. Pick up basketball with some of your buddies. Enroll in a recreational soccer league. I literally have clients doing all of these things and have done all of these things for years in order to get the bodies that they have. Most importantly, pay attention to your freaking diet. Actually track what you are eating. How can you hit a target if you can't see it? You have a lot more fat on you than you realize. You just need to shred it down so you can actually lean out. If this was a little bit of a wake-up call and you feel like you need that one-on-one attention to actually lose the fat, someone to tell you, hey, this is your percentage, this is where we should aim for, this is how many pounds you should be aiming to lose. There's a one-on-one coaching application in the description down below. Feel free to fill that out. Let me know all the details on what you have going on, what's got you excited to start, what's your reasoning behind wanting to actually get lean. I'll reach out to you. I'll see what I can do for you. Until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.